heard about community conscience? Have you ever heard something about that? Something like that? Community conscience. Have you ever thought the reason why we seem to be different? If you go to Rome or you go to Italy, they behave a way peculiar to them. You go to America, because there is something we call community conscience that is particular to different people. And when you come to Africa, to Nigeria, you see also something different, likened to us, we are Nigerians. It is what we call community conscience. And you can't talk about community conscience if you don't talk about individual conscience, who form part of that community. And so what am I saying? The way we form conscience, our consciences, matters a lot in building a society. How do you form a conscience? Formation is very important. Today I just want to talk about the conscience. The conscience is very important. The conscience is the seat. Christians call it the voice of God, the law of God, which is placed in the heart, we Christians. Other people call it different things. From the etymology, from the origin of the word, conscience. We know that science means to know, knowing, knowledge, to know. Knowing together, conscience. So, in a person knows together, feels together, sees together in the whole of himself, psychologically, physically, mentally. The conscience is very important because this is where the human push comes from. How we form if you want to form somebody, information, just form the conscience, get the conscience and leave the person. Formation should be based on the conscience, how you form your conscience. Now let me tell you, the conscience can be malformed or formed right. It can also die, the promptings of the conscience. So, how do you form consciences? And you don't begin at old age. Formation of conscience begins when one is little. The way a people form their conscience in a particular place determines the community conscience, the society conscience, societal conscience that will form the general nucleus of the place. And this will also bring us to the topic of how we raise children, the raising of children, but that will be a topic of another day. The raising of children, the formation of conscience in schools, at homes, what the children see, all these help in the formation of the conscience. And when the conscience is not properly formed, it amounts to a general problem of the society, a general vision of reality. And this affects human interrelational activities. And this is where we talk about these people behave this way and these people behave the other way. When it is within the person, conscience becomes an intra-personal experience, intra-personal relationship. And from the person, it goes out. And when it goes out to meet the other, it becomes an interpersonal relationship, interpersonal experience. This is where you talk about community conscience. So, formation of conscience ad intra to ad extra is very important. You can't give what you don't have. Let us learn how to form the conscience. That is why you see some people behave or act on the same thing, but differently. And you'll be asking, why is this person acting this way? Why? And sometimes they seem right. To them, what they are doing appear right to them because of the way they see things. Their formation, the formation of their conscience. The community conscience is followed up, checkmated, and ensured through the laws of the place, the laws the people make from the place. Having formed individual consciences, the laws help them to have a unified way of life. The norms which they are bound to keep with their conscience already formed, that guides the way of life of the people. That is why you go to America, you see order. You go to Italy, you see order. You go to different places, you see different levels of order and understanding. And then you come to your place, you see something different. These are formations, different formations that have taken time. These formations have taken time to reach the level it is, from one level to the other. And so let us begin in the formation of conscience today, and then putting it into place in our societal setting, everything will turn out good.